Good morning.
Good morning.
Where is everybody?
I don't know.
Oh, here comes somebody, Elizabeth. So, David, what's your move time now? Do you know?
Move time?
Yeah, when are you guys actually doing your move to Kentucky?
Well, the thing is we're gonna be like leaving and moving on like the 22nd to the 26th.
Of
We're gonna drive, but my mom and my sister are gonna fly on the plane.
what month?
June 22nd.
All right, well, I say let's get started because we already have past time. Let's see. Well, it's 10 o'clock now. We'll wait for a moment. Hi, Elizabeth. Morning, Schlock. You made it. You made it on time, Schlock. Or you look like you're somewhere else.
No, I'm at home.
You are? Oh, okay. You're just in a different place than you usually are, I guess. All right. Well, Giselle, if you can go ahead and remove your screen so I can start mine. And then we'll go ahead and get started with the math lesson.
There were only like 7 people.
That's okay. They'll have to watch the video because I'm tired of having to wait for people until 5, 10, 15 after. And there's the video available, so if they need to go back and get stuff, they can. Since we're not checking the lesson anymore either, seems to be an issue of people doing it now that we're not checking it. Suddenly, people aren't doing their lesson. I have a feeling before they weren't really doing it; they were just giving me some kind of a grade, which is one of the reasons I had to start checking to make sure you guys are doing your actual assignments from language too. All right, so let's look at lesson 130. Now tomorrow, we will not have an interactive class. Since you have a math test, we'll give you both lessons for language today. Then you guys can just do, the one part today and then the second part tomorrow. Just write it in your books, and then we'll be good to go as far as that goes. All right, so we're going to talk about 130. It sort of builds off of yesterday. Now, Giselle, this is going to be important for you in particular, not just you, but and you, because of some particular mistakes you've made. Let me see if my pen actually works this time. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. So they give you an example. It's the same type of thing where you're taking your 0.15 and you're dividing it by a certain number. Okay, I'll try to make that better to see. It's divided by 3. So we take our 0.15 and we divide it by 3. Now, here's the important part. Remember what I said, always put your decimal above, but then you try it into the first number, it doesn't go into 0, so you put a 0 above. You try it with the 2 numbers, 0, 1, it doesn't go into 0, 1, so you have to put a 0 above. All right, so make sure you do that. And then you take all three numbers, and now since you couldn't do it in the first, you have to use the numbers. So now you get an answer of 0.05. So it's the same idea. You just have to be careful to make sure that you do each number individually as you go along. So 0 there, 0 there, and then a 5 for what's left. Now, there is another way to do it, Giselle, if you wanted, and others, if you wanted to make sure you don't miss those zeros, you do it like you normally do. So let's go back and erase a couple of these things. All right, so if you do your lesson like normal, you put 3 into 0, you put a 0. Multiply like you would normally do. 0 times 3 is 0, and you subtract, and then bring down. Okay? Then your 3 goes into 1. Again, 0 times 3 is 0. You subtract, bring down your 1, then bring down the 5, or you subtract, you get 1, you bring down your 5. Now you've got 15. And so that's the technically proper way to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you do it that way, if it helps you from missing those zeros, then that would be great for you to be able to do that. All right? So let's go ahead and try one. On page, let's see, we'll just put one on here. See if I can find one here. All right. All right, so go ahead and do that one there.
Yeah.
So we're in lesson 130 for those of you that had just shown up, and we're doing the practice for you. We've already done the one in the book, but go ahead and do your lesson there. Yes, David?
Is the answer correct?
Oh, let me look yet. Hold on. I was fixing my screen. That is correct. Correct, Nathan. Correct, Yuri. Incorrect, Elizabeth. Do it one at a time. Every time you can't divide it into it, put a 0 up top. Whoever is doing that, please stop drawing on my board. Thank you. Nazar, missed you yesterday. You were there and then you were gone.
Yeah, we had to leave because my dad's truck broke down and we had to take it to the shop.
Okay, did you watch the video?
Yeah.
All right. So what did I say in the video?
I don't remember. I just watched the video and I just did the stuff that you told me to.
Alina, your answer is correct. Okay, so can you turn your camera on or no? Does it not?
My camera doesn't work for some reason.
That's fine, okay. If you want to, you can send me your answer in the chat since I can't see it. That's correct,
Okay.
Mike G. or Tejas. Let's see, correct, Elizabeth. Correct, Elijah. We're waiting for Giselle and the Czars and Angelica. No, yeah, Angelica hasn't been saying hers yet either. So do it each number individually. Correct, Nazar. Good job.
Thank you.
I love that chat feature. It makes it a lot easier to do it that way. Giselle, okay, so that's incorrect. So do each number individually, Giselle. Here, we'll do this one together, and I'll give you another one here in a second. 6, you put the decimal right above. 6 does not go into 0. You take the, you subtract, you get 0, you bring down your second 0. So 6 does not go into 0 again. You put another 0 up there. 0 times 6 is 0 again. Subtract, you get 0. Bring down the 2. 6 does not go into 2. Another 0. And then multiply again, and then subtract, and then bring down the 4, and 6 goes into 24 4 times. Okay, does that help?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. All right, so you just got to be, one at a time. And if you can't do it across, go ahead and do it the normal way, and then step by step, it should help you to keep it. All right, so let's look then at another one. Let's do one more. For those, now that everybody is here pretty much, I think there's only one person missing that I'm looking to see. Elizabeth's here, Lena's here, Yuri's here, Nathan, Tejas, Angelica, Nazar, Giselle, Elijah. Did Elijah leave? Isn't he here? He was here. Oh, there you are, Elijah. Hi. Schlock. Ella, that's who's missing, is Ella. Okay. Well, maybe she has to watch a video. But there will not be interactive class tomorrow. Okay. Also, I need you to go to your book list really quickly because I made a mistake on Friday's thing for, what was it? For the, what you're supposed to study for the quiz next Tuesday, next week for history. It should be, I think it says something like what does it say, 329 or something like that? Can anybody tell me from Friday?
329 to 337.
Not even close, okay? It's supposed to be 339 through 351. And that's for next Tuesday. And don't forget, next Monday, there is no school that day. It's a holiday. Yes, Giselle.
Where on the syllabus?
On Friday. So go to
Mine?
Friday for history.
Okay. Mine says 243.
You're looking at the wrong thing. I'm talking about the pages to study for.
I don't have any.
Yes, you do, ma'am. For history?
Wait, Mr. Jones,
Yeah.
what did you say they were?
I'm going to tell you in just a second.
Okay.
So, Giselle, do you see where it says study for quiz for Monday?
History?
In history, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of 329, it should be 339 through 351.
I don't have that.
What date do you have on the one you have, Giselle, on the front?
18 through 5.
22?
Yeah.
And you saying on the Friday it doesn't have anything for history there. Everybody else's does. Why would yours not? Go all the way to Friday, the very last page.
Oh, I see it.
See it? Okay, so it's 330, what did I say? 339 to 351 would be the pages you study for that quiz. By the way, also next week, well, I'll just put it this way. This week is the last week for spelling. Okay, we won't do list 34. It's a review list anyway. And some of you have a ton of makeup work, and so it'll give you a little bit more time to do that. Sorry you're so sad about it, David, but, and I'm still not getting everybody's practice test on Thursday or from each list. And so until you get that practice test done, the other test does not count. All right, and I think that's it from everybody that I can think of at the moment. All right, so let's go ahead and do another one here then. All right. Bless you. Okay, 0.180 divided by 10. Nazar, yours is incorrect, but I think that was David that was correct. Yes. Nazar, yours is incorrect though. Correct, Nathan? Correct, Yuri? Correct. Elizabeth, yours is not correct. Each individual number. Elijah, yours is right. Angelica, yours is correct. Yes, I said, David, yours was correct already. That's correct, Tejas. Correct, Alina? Hold it closer, Elizabeth, can't see it. Your name tag is in, oh, yep, that's correct, Elizabeth, good job. Nazar, figure yours out yet? Oh, it's still incorrect, Nazar. Correct, Giselle? So Nazar, are you still working on it? I can't hear you if you your microphone's
Yes.
on.
I'm still
Okay, just
working
want to
on
make
it.
sure. I couldn't tell if you were. And Nazar, you can look at your my work on the board and see if you matched up.
Okay.
That makes sense now?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead. For those of you that weren't here earlier, I am going to, in fact, I need to use the board again. I am not going to have interactive class tomorrow, just because you have a math test, and I'm going to give you 2 lessons of language. But let's go ahead and check first the things from yesterday. The homonyms, I think you only had, let's see, well, there were some people who didn't do their work, so I need to see everybody's work. 250. Think A. And then B. And then C. And the top, no, we did that 251. Okay, so just 250 is all I need to see. So let's start with Giselle. I'm just going on my screen to see who I can see. You have your page 250 done there, Giselle? All right. All right, good. David? Okay. All right. Add Epic Partner. That's Schlock. Okay.
On my book.
Pages. Hold it up, higher a little bit. All right. Okay, good. And Elijah. Okay, got it. All right. Elizabeth. All right. And then you're good, Elizabeth. And then Nathan. Got it. Is that everything, Nathan? What about the other parts? Remember B and C, is that what's on there? What about Think A? Okay. All right, you got them all there. Got it. Nazar, I don't know if you have yours or not because you don't have a picture, but how about,
I'll send it to you.
okay, Schlock. Got it. All right. And then Alina. All right. And then Angelica. And then Ella, you just showed up, but can you have your page 250 done that you can show me, please? Still waiting for Angelica as well.
Also, take A also.
Yeah, that was the one that was assigned day before yesterday or last week that we didn't get to, or Monday, I guess it was, and we didn't get to yesterday because hardly anybody had done it.
Wait, I have it. I just need to find it.
Okay, go ahead and find it. Hello, Ella. All right. And then what is that right there? Is that A? Okay, gotcha. And then, all right. All right, gotcha, Ella. Good job. Missed you this morning. Did you get stuck somewhere? You couldn't get here on time?
I didn't see the time.
Didn't what?
See the time.
Okay. Hey, just to let you know, tomorrow there will be no interactive class. We're going to be covering 2 lessons worth of language that you can do today's and tomorrow, since you have a math test tomorrow. Also, there will be no spelling next week or the week after. So this week is the last week of spelling. And what was the other thing I said earlier? Oh yeah, on history, pages 3, or sorry, bless you. I think there's a few spots on your camera. I'm just joking. That's not true. Anyway, Ella, so on your history for Friday, it says study for quiz. The page numbers are wrong that you're supposed to study for. It's supposed to be 339 to 351. So you want to switch that on Friday's booklet, 339 to 351 for history is to study for. And we don't have class Monday because Monday is a holiday. All right, so you did it yet, Angelica? Are you still there, or?
Mr. Jones, I found it.
Okay, can I see it then? All right, and then the other part B. All right, gotcha, good. All right, here we go then. Check your answers. So for hour, which of course we kind of did a little bit of it yesterday when we were doing our puzzle, but hour should be H-O-U-R. Number 2, your would be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Number 3, T-I-D-E. Number 4, there are 2 of them, T-H-E-I-R and T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. Then on number 5, there's T-W-O and T-O-O. Number 6 is T-H-R-E-W. 7, S-U-M. 8, K-N-O-T, like a knot in a rope. Number 9 is S-E-A. Number 10 is N-E-W and K-N-E-W. Number 11 is M-E-A-T. 12 is E-Y-E. 13 is S-A-I-L. 14 is S-O-N. 15, P-E-A-R and P-A-R-E. Let me know what P-A-R-E means. Did you know that you can pair a pair of apples? I mean, pair a pair of pears. Oh, yeah. You can P-A-R-E a P-A-I-R of P-E-A-R-S. So P-A-R-E means to cut. Not a laptop, no, David.
Oh, that's.
But that's a close guess to something. All right, here we go. For 16, it's W-E-I-G-H-T. You know, that kind of thing that I have a lot of. Number 17 is I-T apostrophe S. 18, W-H-O-L-E. 19 is D-E-W and D-U-E. 20 is F-O-R and F-O-R-E. 21 is M-A-I-D. 22 is D-E-A-R. 23 is B-R-A-K-E. 24, R-O-A-D and R-O-W-E-D, like you rowed a boat. 25 is R-I-G-H-T and W-R-I-T-E. What does R-I-T-E mean? Does anybody know? R-I-T-E. It's actually, if you saw the first 3 letters, it sort of means the same thing, but it's short for not short for ritual, but it has to do with rituals. A rite or a Not a right as in, I have the right to do this, but a right as in, some people would call, like the Lord's Supper would be a right. It would be some kind of an action that we do, a repeated action, usually to do with religion, but it's that type of thing. All right, and then on number 26 is READ, which is the past tense of I read. Yesterday I read, but it's spelled the same way. 27 is BEET. First time I ever had a beet. I mean, you guys have had beets before, right? Because especially those of you from Ukrainian families, because usually they put beets into borscht. So you know what a beet is? That red. Well, the first time I ever saw one, a friend of mine, I was about 6 years old, and I thought it was something different. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna bite. This is gonna be so sweet tasting, because I thought it was cranberry sauce, like you get from a can. And so I bit into it, and it did not taste like cranberry sauce at all. So, but anyway, number 28 is FLOUR. I'm sorry, FLOUR, flour, like the powder, the white powder stuff. Number 29, I'm sorry, CEILING, CEILING. And the number 30, what most of you are, BORED. Except for Giselle, it keeps drawing on my board. Yes, Alina. Microphone. Oh, got it. Good.
Can you repeat number 24 and 25?
Sure. 24 was ROAD and ROWED. And then 25 was RIGHT and WRITE. Now
Thank you.
All right, so let's look at the bottom pair. Remember B. Who wants to give me a guess for number 1? What should it have been? Go ahead, Giselle.
Sang.
Sorry, what?
Sang.
No, that's not the right word. You're talking about remember B on page 250?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, that's not it. Anybody else want to try? Go ahead, Alina.
Begun.
That's correct. It should be begun. Had begun. Begun is that past tense, that past participle is begun. How about number 2? Who wants to try that one? Go ahead, Nathan. Microphone. Microphone.
Oh, it's supposed to be him.
Supposed to be what?
Him.
No.
Or
Why would? Oh, you just
oh,
assumed
because of the
it's always a
principal.
man, huh?
Oh. Oh. I don't know. Correct.
It is correct. Yes. Really, what you're looking at is whether or not was given is the correct past form, past tense form of the verb. It's the past participle was given. All right. And then number 3. Who wants to try that one? Ella, you're making noise, moving it. I guess that's you that wants to try it. What did you put for number 3?
Oh my.
On remember B.
I put correct.
You put what?
Correct.
Oh, it is not correct. How about you, Angelica? What'd you put?
For number 3,
Correct. Yes, number 3.
I also put correct.
Okay, did anybody put something besides correct? Go ahead, Yuri. What'd you get? Microphone. There you go. Shown. That's correct. It should be the students have shown, SHOWN. And that was back on page 19, remember, in our book? Those past participle verbs, when you have a helping verb there. All right, how about, this one should be pretty easy. Schlock, what about number 4? What'd you get?
Eaten. I mean, no,
I, that's correct. Jeremy and I were the fastest runners. Okay? Having fun, Yuri? David, you want to do the last one?
Eaten.
Eaten, very good. The students happily went home after they had eaten their refreshments. Okay. Oh boy, now here we go. This first sentence here is usually the one that has gives the most difficulty to people. So let's see what Giselle has for your sentence, your first one for THEIR.
On what again?
What's that?
Wait, what section are we on again?
On right C on the bottom of 250, the sentence for there.
There were 4 students who won the funny hat day.
Okay, that would not be correct. David, that's a different there. It should be THERE for what you wrote. Okay, David, go ahead.
House is theirs.
Okay, that's, yeah, it's not, it is a form of the word theirs. That's correct, okay? I wonder what you're thinking about when you said that sentence. Okay, I'll get to you, Yuri. Don't worry about it. Schlot, go ahead. THEIR.
What?
Speak again. I couldn't hear you.
I didn't hear what you said.
For number 1 on right C for the word there.
That food was theirs.
Okay, you did the same thing. Can anybody do it with without the S on the end of it? How about you, Yuri?
Their bikes were stolen.
There you go. Okay, Helena, how about you?
That is their book.
Okay, very good. Elijah, how about you?
There are 2 ice cream cones.
You did the same thing. You actually used the word THERE, even though you spelled it THEIR. The word there you're talking about is kind of like there, over there, pointing at something. So, all right, Tejas, how about you?
Their house is right there.
Very good. Nathan? Microphone again. It's the bane of your existence.
They're not doing it right.
No, you did the THEY''RE, that they are not doing it right. So, Elizabeth, did you already give me yours or no? Oh, okay, I see it. Ella, she said their boat has crashed and there were no survivors. So that's a good one. Okay, go ahead, Elizabeth.
Their trampoline is old.
Okay, you got to speak up and get a little closer.
Their trampoline is old.
Very good. Okay, Angelica, how about you? Mike, yeah, go.
There is a big monkey in the zoo.
Okay, and that would be the wrong one. That's the THERE one that you used. THEIR is the possessive. So how about you, Nazar?
They're going over there.
Okay, very good. The first, actually, no, both of those are incorrect. You have THEY for the apostrophe RE for the first one. That's they are going over THERE there, which shows a place. So that would not be correct. All right, so how about the second one? TOO. All right, Yuri, go ahead. Microphone.
My mom is too far away.
His two what?
My mom is too far away.
Too far away. Very good. Okay, that would work. All right, how about you, Elijah? What do you have?
I am too far away from home.
Okay. Schlock?
That bread is too big.
Okay, good. Goldilocks, all right. David? That bed is too hard. That bed is too soft. Go ahead, David.
This is too much ice cream.
Oh, nobody ever says that, do they? Alina?
There's never too much ice cream.
Oh, look at that. You guys are great minds think alike, right? Giselle, what'd you get?
Please go to the store.
Oh, that too is not right. That's the one that's TO, to the store. That's a preposition. So you get it should. Let's go to the next one. Nazar for the through, TROUH.
I went through the tunnel.
Okay, good. That one works. All right, Ella. Microphone.
We went through the waterfall.
Okay, very good. All right, Angelica.
I went through the obstacle course.
Okay, good. All right, Elizabeth.
I went through the woods into Grandma's house.
Good. Okay, Nathan.
I went through the back door.
Okay, good. All right, Yuri.
I went through the Amazon jungle and almost got killed by an anaconda.
Okay. Sounds like an exciting trip. Anybody else want to do theirs? Go ahead, David.
Ghosts can go through walls in movies.
Okay, yeah, ghosts can go through walls in movies, okay? Anybody else want to do theirs or no? All right, let's go ahead on now to the next thing. Page number 252. If you haven't taken that quiz, make sure you take that quiz, send me a picture of it, or just send it to me in the envelope. You guys will have one more test in language this year, and part of it is going to be about using a dictionary. David, you have a question?
It's not about this, but it's about a couple of days ago I sent you quizzes and you didn't send them back. I don't know if you saw them or not.
I do have them. I just haven't had a chance to go through them. I've been working on yearbook and other things, but every time when you send me something, I print it right away. I just haven't had a chance to go through them. I may have actually graded some of them. You're talking about for what? History?
The history and science quiz and the language quiz. I just didn't know if you saw them.
Yeah, I've got your language one here. I know that I have some of the other ones here, probably toward the bottom. Yeah. Yep, I've got your Ella's. Yep, I've got. Yeah, I do have it. I know I printed it the other day. Yep, right here. Okay, 15C and 14C for science. I've got them. All right, so on this next section about dictionaries. Now, this is going to be the reason I put my board back up there, so I didn't do it for you guys to draw pictures on, so whoever that is, just go ahead and erase it. Actually, I'll just clear it all. All right, so what we're talking about doing here is learning to use a dictionary and a thesaurus properly. So whoever is doing the drawing, please stop. All right, and so it says here, if you understand the following silly story, it means that you understand at least one word from 31 different languages. These words, which have become part of English, were born elsewhere. So it says, guess what? By Leo Roston. The Admiral hated to snoop, so he left the bottle of shampoo just where he had found it, next to the tea and coffee. The bottle had a picture of a llama on the label. The Admiral's wife, who usually wore a gingham dress and moccasins when visiting their ranch on the Nebraska prairie, had just returned from her chores at the bank in the church bazaar. She was now helping the cook make the chowder and the goulash for lunch. The Admiral heard them talking in the kitchen. Someone was playing a ukulele, which the Admiral did not like, so he turned on the radio and listened to a pretty mazurka by Chopin. Then he looked through his collection of pictures, mostly of boats, rafts, and kayaks he had seen. When everyone sat down to eat, the principal of the kindergarten cried, "At last, hurrah!" and by accident spilled the ketchup all over the taffy apples. This so amused another guest who had just returned from a safari that he pulled a toy pistol out of his sack and ran all around the veranda laughing like a maniac and firing his pistol at imaginary attackers. It was a grand party. Sounds to me like the guy needs to go to the loony bin somewhere. But you see the 31 words there that are listed. Even the word sack in Hebrew. I did not know that was a word from another language, but most of the English language words we have are really from other languages. And so there you have some from Latin, medieval Latin, Eskimo, Indian, Sioux, Powhatan. Those two are Indian tribes. Old Saxon, Old Norse, those are ones from north in the, Northern Europe area. And so those Polish, mazurka, Polish, ukulele, Hawaiian, and so continuing on. All right, so here we go. So Giselle, read that part on the bottom there. It says now.
Okay. Now let's learn more about this interesting language. We will begin by learning how to use words lovers, good friends,
Well, okay, let's stop there for a second because it's to use the word lovers, good friends.
lovers, good friends, the dictionary and the thesauruses. Just
Thesaurus, yeah.
think when you know English, you can communicate with more than 97 million other people
Yep,
throughout the world who speak
That's an 8, not a 9.
who speak English is certainly a wonderful language to study and to learn.
All right, on the next page, the dictionary, look it up, okay? Elizabeth, why don't you go ahead and continue on there?
Anyone know the meanings and spellings and pronunciations of all 600,000 words in the English language?
Okay, so that word is pronunciation, not pronunciation. Okay, go ahead. Continue on.
Probably not. This is why a dictionary is so important. It gives us information that we need to know about words. Writers need the dictionary to help them use words correctly.
Okay, Ella, will you continue on, please? Ella.
After Giselle finished reading, I lost my spot.
Okay, we're on page 253, right under that first paragraph.
Oh, that's why. Here's what a word looks like when it is in the dictionary. You want me to read that part too?
Yes, ma'am.
Fallacy, a word, a false idea, mistaken belief, error. It is a fallacy to support that riches always bring happiness. Mistake in reasoning, misleading, or unsound argument.
Okay, all right, so let's go through this. This is like a definition that you would see in a dictionary. So the word it has 3 syllables. You notice how they separate the parts of the word? Fallacy. Okay, so the word is fallacy that you have there. Looks like Nazar left. All right, so the word fallacy there is, that is basically the idea that it's something that's not right and it's not true. Hey, Yuri, can you pay attention and not play, please? Thanks.
What?
No, don't play with that thing anymore. It's distracting. Okay, so that word fallacy, that the stuff that's in the parentheses, that is called the phonetic spelling. So you see, what they did was they have the accent mark on the first syllable. So the first syllable is foul. That means that gives the heaviest spoken part on it. Fallacy. Fallacy. It's not fallacy or fallacy. It's fallacy. Okay. And so the upside down E, who remembers what that's called? Studied in reading. Go ahead, Nathan. Microphone.
Schwa sound.
That's correct. That's the schwa sound. All right. That's the fallacy. Okay. And so, of course, the SE in E with a line over top of it, when it has a straight line, any letter vowel that has a line over top of it, that means it's the long vowel sound. So fallacy. And if it had a little U above it, it would be phallasa. All right. Well, you wouldn't have that with a Y, but anyway, that's the idea. All right. So then it gives you the definition here. Definition is a false idea, a mistaken belief, an error. And then they give you an example sentence how it's used. It is a fallacy to suppose that riches always bring happiness. In other words, it's a false idea to think that riches always bring happiness. Then the second one, they give you a secondary meaning, mistaken reasoning, misleading or unsound argument. Then they give you the part of speech, N. What does N stand for?
Yeah.
Noun, okay. And then the plural, PL. That's how you spell the plural, fallacies. If there's more than one fallacy, then you have CIES at the end to identify that, okay? All right, so let's go to Schlock next. Schlock. Wow, Schlock, how about not doing other work while we're doing class? Okay.
I'm not doing any work.
Okay, then you're not paying attention because you're not, there's no way you would miss. I just went through that whole definition and you weren't paying attention to one bit of it. All right, so we're on that second thing where it says the word fallacy is called.
The word fallacy is called an entry word. The words in a dictionary that are explained or defined are called entry words or entries. The entry word is usually in dark type. Notice what you can learn from a dictionary about the word fallacy.
All right, and so let's real quick go to the next page, and we'll go back here in a second, but go on to the next page, 254. Okay, 254, you see it on that sample dictionary page. So the entry, I'm sorry, the, what do they call that? The entry words are the words that are bolded on that page. Okay, so every word that's bolded, sachet, sashimi or sashimi, Saskatchewan, sass, sassafras, sassy, sat, Satan, satanic, satchel, sate, satine, satellite, and so on. All those are your entry words. Okay, now go back to page 253. All right, and then Tejas, can you read that number 1 there?
The word fallacy is divided into syllables. This division of words is called syllabication.
Very good.
Dictionaries put a dot or a hyphen or extra space between the syllables of a word.
Okay, so depending on which dictionary you have, that's how they would separate it, those 3 possibilities, okay? The second, number 2, then, let's go with Yuri. Gotta turn your microphone on.
I lost my place.
What do you mean? There's only one number 2 on that page. 253. Well, I guess there's some at the bottom, but we're in that top section. Are you following along? Do you know what page we're on, Yuri? Yeah, guys, look, this is not hard. I've already said where we were, so this whole time you didn't know where we were, Yuri. Is that what you're saying?
I did.
Well, we haven't gone very much farther. We've been doing the same thing. I had you look over after I read the first thing. And we looked over and I said, go back to 253. And we're just continuing on from where we were. So it's number 2 on that blue box.
Mm-hmm. The correct pronunciation of fallacy is given.
Okay, and that's the part in the parentheses that tells you how to pronounce it. Okay, number 3, Giselle. Oh, no, you already read. Alina, number 3.
The definition of fallacy is given. Notice that fallacy has 2 definitions.
Okay, so they give you that there. And then, let's see, who else? Elizabeth already read. Angelica, number 4.
The word fallacy is used correctly in a sentence. It is a fallacy to suppose that riches always bring happiness.
Okay, and then the last 2 there, number 5, the part of speech of fallacy is a noun, and then the plural spelling of fallacy. All right, so look closely at the bottom. So the dictionary gives you the following information about words. And all right, number 1, it gives you the correct spelling. Number 2, it gives you the correct pronunciation. Number 3, the accenting of the proper syllable. Number 4, the syllabication. Number 5, the part or parts of speech of the word, because some words can be used in as more than one part of speech. All right. Number 6 is the meaning of the word. Number 7, the spelling for other forms of the word. Number 8, a sample sentence for many of the entries. And then number 9, charts and pictures for some of the entries. And a nice Bible, a nice dictionary has pictures in it. Man, it helps a lot because a picture is worth 1,000 words is the old quote. And it's really true. And then on the bottom it says, note, not all pronunciation charts use the same markings for sounds. you may notice that the markings on the following dictionary page differ in some ways from the diacritical marks, which are those marks that show pronunciation in other dictionaries or books. Okay, so go to the next page. See the dictionary there. All right, so on that page, you have the dictionary. You notice the two words at the very top on the left that are sachet and Saul. What that is showing you are those are those two words that tell you what words it starts with. It starts with sachet. You notice that's the first word. And the last word, which is Saul, on the bottom. Okay? And so so all the words on that page are going to be between those two words. Remember we did that exercise where we had to figure out whether or not these pages are on these words are on that page. All right, and so let's look at the next page, which is 255. You'll have to have both pages open to be able to see back and forth. All right, it says, answer these questions from the dictionary page. So number one, it says, by looking at the pronunciations in the parentheses, find 7 entry words with at least 4 syllables, and then list them on the lines below. So we go there and we look and see how many have at least 4. What's the first one you come to that has 4, Yuri?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, that's correct, Saskatchewan. So put that one down on the first blank. Okay. Bless you. What's the next one that has one?
Satisfaction.
Yes, satisfaction. So you see there on that left column, the third from the bottom is satisfaction. Well, actually, yeah, that is also one. Yeah, satisfaction. There's one before that, actually, though. What do you find before? Do you find one before it, Yuri?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Satirical.
Satirical. Yeah, satirical is how you say that. Satirical means it's satire. In other words, it's making fun of something. Okay, Nathan, go ahead and turn your microphone on and tell me another one.
Satisfying.
Okay. No, you can't go by the words that are in the definition. You have to go by just the entry word is what we're talking about. Go ahead. Besides Yuri, let's see if we can get someone else. Go ahead, David.
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory. Yeah, that would be the next one, satisfactory. Okay, and so you see there, it's right below satisfaction. All right. Elizabeth, do you have another one after that? I know you do, Yuri. Go ahead.
Adoration.
Saturation, that is one. There is actually one before that too. Giselle, can you find the one before saturation that has 4 syllables? Yeah, I know the 4 of you have already answered. Tel, Tejas, Shlok, Angelica, Ella, Elena. Any of you can tell me the one that's before saturation that is 4 syllables? Go ahead, Tejas.
Saturated?
Yeah, saturated. It's 2 above it, so that one has 4 syllables. Then there's one more. Angelica, tell me what the last one is. And don't do compound words, by the way. Just one word entries.
Saturnalia?
Very good, Saturnalia. All right, and so there you have all of your words there. Now, each of the words that you have listed on number 2 shows where the accent mark is. Now, some of them, like, let's do the first one first. See where sachet is? It's the very first word in your dictionary there. So where is the accent mark on Giselle? On that one, where's the accent mark on sachet?
Mm,
There are only 2 syllables, so is it the first or the second syllable?
first.
Really, where does it show it on the first one?
No.
Yes, you're right. It's, you look at your phonetic spelling, you see where the phonetic spelling is in the parentheses? That tells you where your marks are. So go ahead and tell me where it is.
Second.
Yeah, it's on the second one. All right, now, you're Ella. So Ella, for the second one there, sassafras, what do you notice about the accent marks in that one? Yeah, turn your microphone on.
Here, let me find it.
Sassafras in the dictionary. Look there. See where
I
it is?
found it.
Go ahead. So what do you? Yeah, go ahead.
I think that like the catch part, scratch, like the scratch part is the most important.
No, not Saskatchewan. Sassafras. B on number 2.
Oh, I found it. Then like the sass part is like the most important part. Like it's
Okay.
like the loudest.
How many accent marks are in that word?
2.
That's correct. Okay, so what she's saying is this. The one that's darker is the primary accent mark. The one that's not as dark is the secondary accent. So sass gets the heaviest, sassafras. Fras is less than the sass, but it's more than the fra, or part, all right? So it's sassafras. So fras still gets an accent more than the middle syllable, but not as much as the first syllable. So that's why you have a darker one, and so you need to put a darker one on in your book, and a lighter one for the fras part in your book as well. Okay? Did that help? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. All right, Elizabeth, how about the third word? Satellite, letter C.
After that, it's
Okay.
dark.
Go ahead. You got that one. So after sat is the primary mark, and then where's the secondary one?
T.
Yes, after the T, well, it's after the third syllable. You just don't tell which syllable. So if you look in your book, you have sat, light, and so the primary mark is on the sat, and then the secondary mark's on the light. All right? David, go ahead and do D. Microphone.
The first one.
Yeah, it's after the first one, after sat. Schlock, the saturation, letter E. Tell me, that one has, usually when it has more than 2 syllables, it's going to have a primary and a secondary. So tell me which one's a primary, which one's a secondary.
Primary is sat.
Okay. That's incorrect.
And
Look at it again. The darker one is not on the sat part. Where's the darker one? You can eat later. You do realize that, right? Sorry to interrupt your breakfast with school. Go ahead. So where's the primary one on that one? Saturation.
RA.
Yeah, so it's on that one. So that's the primary one is RA. The secondary one is on the first syllable. All right, and then the last one, Yuri. Microphone, yep, got it.
After saw.
Yes, after the first syllable, okay. All right, now, it's asking you then to write the words that are illustrated, and you can write those in later. Let's go to number 4. All right, number 4 says, give the parts of speech of the following words. Now, this should be pretty easy to find. Tejas, for the first one, sashimi, what is the part of speech for sashimi? Tejas, are you there? Oh yeah, okay. I couldn't see you there for a second. Your head was down.
I'm trying to look.
What's the part of speech for sashimi?
Now?
Yes, it's a noun. You see the little N after the parentheses, and so that's where your accent mark is, okay? So that's how you do that one. Then I'm gonna, let's look at number 5A. I'm gonna have you guys gotta finish these other ones that we haven't done. And so 5A, sate. Angelica, what would the secondary definition of sate be? So go down to where sate is and the second definition.
Satellite?
No, that's not a definition, ma'am. That's a word. Not two after what. Not the what. Look at where sate is, and you see there's a number 1 in the definition and a number 2. So you're looking for the second definition.
Number 2?
The number 2 in there, yes. So do you see the word sate, S-A-T-E?
No.
On the dictionary page?
I can't see it.
Well, start with the top. You have
Oh
sat
yeah, I see it.
now, okay, all right. So what is the second definition in that word?
To satisfy, to excess.
Okay, and so that's what you'll be doing to know. So that one, to satisfy, to excess. And then number 6 now, let's look at these questions. Where does a satellite travel? David. 6A. You look for satellite.
The moon?
Where does it travel?
It travels in orbit around the planet.
Around a planet. There you go. Okay. So there's what it is. All right. You want to do the second one there, Giselle? It says B, when and where was the satire first written down? Find satire and read those definitions.
First written down in 1509 in English.
Very good. In England, 1509 in England. Well, England would be the place because it's in English, and so we know that that's where English started from. All right, and then so you'll do that. And then number 7, I'm not going to make you do this out loud in front of everybody. All right, so this is your assignment for today, is to finish this page. Now, however, remember I said we're having language tomorrow. So yes, Nathan. Microphone.
For number 3, do we write all of the words or do we write one?
It says write the words that illustrate illustrated with pictures. Now, how many
There's
pictures?
only like one blank.
How many pictures do you have in that page?
3.
That's all you need is 3.
Oh.
Why would you write the other ones that don't have pictures?
Why? Because it only has a one small blank.
Yeah, you can fit 3 in there. You should be all right. If you need to overlap and write on the next part, that's fine underneath of it. That's not a problem. Yeah, they didn't give you much room on that, that's for sure. So 256. Now these are about the guide words, okay? I know I'm putting some of you to sleep because you guys got up so early this morning, 9 o'clock or something like that. So in any case, I know some of you probably got up a little bit earlier than that, but probably not as early as if you were regularly at school. David, you okay? Bad smell? Did you eat beans this morning? No? You didn't eat beans this morning? You look like you're smelling something horrible.
I don't understand the question.
I said, did you eat beans this morning? Oh, you don't know what beans do to a person's stomach, huh?
I do, but I don't know if I did.
They make you pass gas. That's why I thought you were making that face, maybe.
Wasn't.
All right, anyway, so here we go. Guide words. To find the right page that something is on. Some of you are going to find this very difficult, but it's not. It's really not. I'm going to show you how it's not. And so I'm not going to read what's up there. Okay, let's go to the Think A so that I can show you how this works. All right, so look at the whiteboard that I have up here. You have two words. Okay, so you have firepower as one of your guide words. That's the words that are at the top. Remember, that tell you what's on that page. That's your first word on this page. The last word is fish. Now, find out whether something is on that page. You start with the first letter. The first letter is F. They're the same in both. Okay? So, you know that it can be a word that starts with an F. So all these words on here fit that particular thing. But then you go to the second word, F-I. So when you have F-I in a word, then you know that F-I can be on this page. Then you go to the third letter. Now in this one, the third letter is different. You have an R to begin with and an F-I-S. So you know that nothing outside of F-I-R or F-I-S can be on this page. Okay, so fireplace, can that be on this page? Just from those three letters, yes. Fish can be on this page, firing. All these words in this list can be on this page, can't they? Okay, does everybody see that? Any questions so far? Because I want to make sure that you guys, as we're going through these steps, you understand how to find them. Okay, no questions? All right, then you go to the next letter. And in the next letter, on the first word, F-I-R-E. But if you look at here, F-I-R-E is in this word, and it would be before F-I-S, right? Because R becomes before S. So that means fireplace can still be on this page, can it? Okay. Then you go to the next letter. The next letter is a P. All right. And so fire, and we'll just do fireplace. So P, F-I-R-E-P can be on this page, can it? So we still think fireplace can be on this page. But then the next letter is an L. Does L come before or after the O?
Before.
Comes before the O. So that means it cannot be on this page. All right, so you don't put a check mark for fireplace. So let's look at the next letter. F, I, S. Those three fit on this page, right? But then you look at the next thing and it's fish. Can fish be on this page? F-I-S-H. What do you think, Giselle? Can it be on here? Actually, it can. Look at your last word on this page is fish. So fish would be on that page, okay? So go ahead and put a check mark by that one. All right, now you look at the next word is firing. F-I-R does fit on this page. Does F-I-R-I come after the fourth letter E and before the fourth letter H? And so look at the whole word, F-I-R-I-N-G. Okay. So firing, use the first letter matches, the second letter matches, the third letter matches. The fourth letter, you've got to see if it comes after the E and before the H, since that's the fourth letter there. Does I come after the E and before the H? So does I? I'm sorry, not the H. You know it comes before the H. Sorry, hold on. Let me put something here. All right, so we know the third letter matches up. So then we have to ask the question. There is no, since this is F-I-S, we know it comes before F-I-S. Okay, but the question is, does I come after the E? in the alphabet?
Yes.
Giselle, sing your alphabet for me.
A.
Come on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I comes after the E, doesn't it? So that means it can be on this page because it's before the F-I-R-E, but definitely before the fish. Yes, Nathan, question. Your microphone again. You keep forgetting.
Isn't I after H?
It is. That means it comes on this page because this is your first word. This is your last word. So it comes after firepower because these three match up, but then the I comes after the E. So it can be on that page. And it comes definitely, the F-I-R comes before the F-I-S. Okay? Make sense? Okay, so that's how you figure out whether or not it goes on that page. How about the next one? How about F-I-R? Does that come on this page?
Yes.
Does it? Because what you require here is F-I-R-E or later. F-I-R-E. So F-I-R will not come on this page. Because F-I-R-E would be the first word on this page. F-I-R-E-P-O-W-E-R. But F-I-R is only F-I-R. So even though F-I-R is on this page, it has to be at least an E or later letter in the alphabet in order for it to fit. So fur, F-I-R, would not come. How about the next word, F-I-R-M? We know the F-I-R matches up. Does M come after the E? Does M come after E in the alphabet?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're on Think A, I know you got cut off there. On 256, we're on Think A. All right, and so firm does come. All right, so on this page and on the next page, all right, on Think A and Think B, and I'll tell you which one's going to be the most difficult. This is for tomorrow's assignment, Thursday. So we'll check both of these on Friday, both 255, 256, and 257. We're going to check on Friday. Remember, no class tomorrow. All right, so 256, 257, and 258. You're going to be tested as to where things are located in the dictionary. All right, so let's go. We'll just give you that assignment. If you have questions about that, all you have to do is ask me. Okay, and I'll be glad to answer your questions. If you have a question, text me. Is there anybody has any questions now? Okay, Nathan?
So for today's assignment is 256 and tomorrow is 256 and 257?
No, 255 is today's assignment.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, so write 257 today on your booklet. For tomorrow, write 256, 257. That way you can split it up. You can do it all today if you want, or you can do it all tomorrow if you want, because we're not going to be together tomorrow anyway. Just make sure it's done. Okay? Yes, Alina, go ahead and turn your microphone on and ask your question.
Do we do page 258?
No, just 255 through 257. 258 will be done on Friday. That will be assigned to you Friday, that is. All right, any other questions?
Yeah.
All good? Good? Okay. All right, then I will say goodbye. And if you need to go back and look at the video, if you think you missed something, then go ahead and do that. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Giselle, did you hear my last thing that I said?
Yeah.
You have your booklet, you know what the assignments are?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, what's the assignment for today?
256.
No, that's not correct. It's 255. Oh, and then tomorrow's is 256, 257. Okay, so write that in there so that you have it. All right, any other questions then? Make sure. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.